12 minutes tops.
Yeah, 100%. There's gonna be a dick, and it's gonna be drawn by Jake.
He is definitely drawing one right now.
Oh no, that's me, buddy.
You guys able to hear me?
Yep.
No.
Cool. All that matter.
Lee, you're 1 minute late.
That's 1 HP.
I was
That's 1
in
HP, bro.
the game. It just
It's one-
doesn't default to connect me for some reason.
It's 1 HP, bro.
Oof.
Early
You know what
on,
heals
that
1
sucks.
HP? You know
Go
what,
climb a
yeah.
ladder.
Permanent. Permanent
John, do you know
HP,
what heals 1 HP?
What?
Good berry.
A good berry.
Oh. Is that right? And you think you can just cast Goodberry in Dark Sun?
Fucking done. I'm done with this fucking. I'm out. Lee, you gotta fucking come in here and bring up touchy subjects right off the fuck.
Just gotta push buttons.
That's all you do.
I ruined half. I ruined half of Jake's campaign for survival.
Half?
Berries.
Half?
Well, who ruined the other half? What?
No, you're only giving yourself 50%, you piece of shit.
Yeah, because
At least
Shaw
80.
was the ranger. Shaw was the ranger where he never gets lost. So it's like,
Never get lost, never get hungry.
Yeah. Never get lost, never get hungry, hex crawl. Jake said that apparently his group was going to be all about survival, and we broke it at level 1.
Druid in
first
range.
session.
Yep. 5 minutes in. Who wants a good berry? Ooh, yeah.
I had to have my character hate good berries just to impart some challenge in the group.
Oh.
Okay, boys, welcome back to Weekly D&D. How's everybody doing?
Better now.
Yes, I'm actually really excited. Dragonlance is fucking sweet.
I have, I don't know, like 10-15% of book 2 left.
Oh, nice.
Of the first trilogy?
Winter's
Autumn.
Twilight. Oh, Autumn Twilight.
Something like that. I'll double check.
That's book 1.
book 2. It is book 2.
Winter's.
And Spring Dawning comes next.
What's the Winter's one?
Winter
What's
Night.
Winter Night. Okay. Oh dang, you must. How's Sturm doing?
So.
Oh, never mind.
Just fucking
Never mind.
stop.
Never mind.
I don't need
Hang
to
on,
know they
boys.
fucking ruined from you
Are you
two.
reading it too?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Awesome.
KTR number 1.
I don't need to read Malzahn because of this group. I already know it.
Really? Really, Jake? Name one character.
Fucking
Kruppa.
crap.
Whiskey Jack.
Whiskey Jack. All right. Does everybody remember session 0?
No.
Okay. Well,
Not at all.
all y'all are traveling to the city of Vogler, where if you look on the map on the bottom right, I put a little waypoint to where you're traveling to. Vogler is a small town on the north side of the river, closest to the biggest city in the Solamnic region, Kalaman. And the big thing about Vogler, and the reason that you guys are all going there, is because a very important member of all of your upbringing or some point in your life, Ispin Greenshield, has unfortunately passed away.
R.I.P.
You all got a missive from Becklin Uth Viharin, and she unfortunately gave you the sour news, the sad news. This is beautiful, Becklin. Can you guys all see that?
Yep.
She gave you the sad news that, unfortunately, your friend Ispin Greenshield has passed away. So again, dear friend, I am Becklin Uth Viharin. I've heard much about you from our mutual friend Ispin Greenshield. It grieves me to share the news that our dear friend Ispin has passed away peacefully here at his home in Vogler. May fortune of the old gods protect his soul. Ispin's friends are holding a memorial for him in the manner he's always wanted. It will take place here in Vogler on the eve of the Kingfisher Festival. I write to ask you to do Ispin one last honor and attend his funeral should you come. Accommodations will be available for you at the Brass Crab. And though the circumstances are very sad, I'm eager to meet all of you and through our memories revel in the life of our great friend. So at some point in your journey to Vogler, Gorm, Korg, and Aloran, the three people on the top, you guys met up along the way, and honestly, just today are traveling together in kind of like a makeshift party, per se. All three of you going to Vogler. Haven't really had a chance to meet each other, but you're traveling together. Kosh and Rise, you have also met up. You have not met up with the three above, but you two have found each other on the road and realized that you are also both traveling to Vogler to go to Ispin Greenshields. Oh my god. That's a sight. Ashley's dancing around in 5XL swim trunks right now. You want to come show everybody what you're doing? Yeah, come show them off to everybody.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that looks great, babe. You see that? Okay, well, that was a thing. She looks so great.
Nice recovery.
So, again, Kosh, Rise, you guys have met up. Both realized you're also going to Vogler to Ispin Greenshield's funeral. And even though you're on different parts of the road on your way to Vogler, the night cometh, and it's going to be a special night. You guys all know on your travels that tonight is the night of the eye. Does everybody know what that is? So you guys, Gorm, Korg, Aloran, you guys are setting up camp. You, like I said, just crossed ways. The only thing you really know about each other is that you're all going to Ispin Greenshield's funeral. Rise, Kosh on a different path. You're also setting up camp. And the big thing is, as you look in the sky tonight, outside of the normal constellations that you would normally see, and again, remember everybody, there's two constellations that are missing. The two dragon constellations in the middle. You look up and you see a sight that only happens every 1.5 years. It is the night of the eye tonight, which means there is a point. Oops. One sec. Why can't I click on it? There we go. There is a point as the moons come out and dusk hits that all three of the moons line up and create an eye in the sky. So you see Nuatari, Lunatari, and Solinari line up to create essentially what people like to say is the gods looking down on Kryn.
Wait, does that mean people can actually see New Atari right now?
Yep, this is the only night every 1.5 years that you can actually see Nuatari. Normally it's just a void, but when you have that background, you can actually see some details of Nuatari. So this is a big night. So what group would like to go first?
We will.
All right, Korg, Gorm, Aloran, you guys set up camp. You look up in the sky, and it is time for you guys to just introduce yourselves. How are you going to introduce yourselves? Tell me what your character does after immediately getting ready for the night, what your character looks like, and, you know, kind of like one little mannerism that people have seen on the road today traveling.
You would notice that Korg is obviously a soldier. He carries a halberd, 2-hand axe are strapped to his body armor. Um, well dressed in the sense of the uniform is properly, everything is in place. After setting up camp, you would immediately see that he goes to oiling the wood on the pike or the halberd that he carries, oil the wood of the hand axes, and doing some slight maintenance to the weapons. He additionally already starts to scout out the perimeter of the camp and understand entry points and exit points and just where threats may come. Uh,
You notice none right now.
And it just kind of how he goes about quiet, but vigilant.
Human.
Basic bitch, human fighter. I went no complications with this character, and guess what? The backstory is just the same, boys. As vanilla as I could make it. No complexities with this character.
Farmer, check. Mama's milk, lots of it, check.
Lots of it. Yep.
Incredible.
Yep.
Be right back, real quick. But I'm listening.
Okay.
Gorm Lauren.
Oh, Lauren.
Gorm is Dwarven Zangief. He's a thick boy.
2 C's.
And two C's. Okay. He is a very thick boy. He's got a very nice demeanor. And you see him wear armor that is not form-fitting to him. And it seems to not protect in the places that you thought it would protect him. And it seems to be heavier than it should be. He wields a big maul, which it doesn't appear very dwarven-like. It seems a little more savage and doesn't have the dwarven kind of etchings, or I guess it has the dwarven etchings, but it doesn't have the dwarven technology as you would think a hammer would have.
As
It's
in, like, it's
almost
very
like-
crude.
It's very crude, as in it's like this is a stick that he found in some rock that was the branch was growing through. So a quirk you hear of Gorm, and it reminds you of Ispin, is he tells tall tales, and he has always a weird story. Not that he's one-upping you, but he always has a story that he'll keep on bringing up.
You got one on hand? Let's hear a quick one, Lee.
Well, when I was a wee lad, there was this pond, and this pond would fill with snakes and then he'll look up to the sky. And then what did you call this? I've already forgotten.
The Night of the Eye.
In the night of the eye. In the night of the eye, those snakes disappeared, and they were never to be seen again.
Whoa.
What this means, I don't know. All I gotta say is, don't be a snake on a day like today.
The complexities of that story astound me. So much deep intrinsic meaning I can't even fathom to begin.
All right, that's
I
me.
guess that leaves Aloran.
Mm-hmm.
See a rather small-looking, human-esque blonde kid, but if you look closely, you notice that his ears are pointed, at least a little bit. He's wearing white robes, but he doesn't look comfortable in them. In fact, he looks just pretty awkward in general. And if you watch him long enough, you'll notice that he'll set down his quarterstaff, get up, remember he forgot his quarterstaff, bend over, pick up his quarterstaff, forgot what he was doing, and have to repeat it.
As in, like, ritualistic, or like just really kind of
Absent-minded,
flighty.
forgetful, kind of flighty. Yep, all of that. And just having a little conversation with him can be a bit challenging. Not because he's bad or stupid, he just isn't used to talking to people, being in public.
Oh.
All the time.
Does he seem nervous when Korg and Gorm talk to him?
Yeah, a little bit. Not like he's not avoiding anything, but yeah, doesn't necessarily have firm footing in what's going on.
So, Korg and Gorm, you're gonna notice that Aloran's ears. You've met maybe a handful of elves in your time. Aloran's ears are not as pointy as normal elves that you've met, and he does have a lot of more kind of like, human-esque features. So take that as you will.
Okay.
So as you guys get like all settled up, you guys are sitting around. Are you guys exchanging stories? Are you listening to Gorm kind of share some tall tales?
Yeah,
How are you guys feeling?
I would listen. Lauren, do you have any out-facing, and sorry if I missed this, out-facing religious symbols?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Just white robes.
Yeah, Korg would just go from one edge of the camp, and in like 5 minutes, less than, he would go to the other edge of the camp, and always be
Lord?
looking back.
You seem anxious. Is it like anxiety? Not that I'm there.
You would see that he would look up to the night sky, and tonight is always a night that puts him on edge, just because, something that happens every year and a half, or like something that happens every 4 years, like Leap Day.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Like,
Happy leap year, y'all.
just, it doesn't happen very often.
Mm-mm.
It's always superstitious, and as a soldier, I'm very superstitious at times.
And when you all look up, and this is wherever you are in Kryn, when you look up and you see some of the details of Nuatari, the Black Moon, the Void Moon, and you actually see it. It's there. It's not, a fairy tale. It unsettles you. It is uncomfortable, kind of like seeing a visual representation of that moon. So it's definitely a night for anxieties to kind of see, like see and feel more superstitious. Not enough that Korg, you're seeing anything out of the ordinary. You feel like if you all went to bed, you would be just fine. So a few hours will pass, and eventually
Is there any
Go ahead.
history of, or I guess knowledge in general of the moon? What would I roll for that? You want history? You want nature?
you can roll. Are you from the mountains? Like under the mountain?
I am what am I? Am I a hill dwarf? What am I? Mountain. I would be from the mountain.
Okay, just roll your history. Just thinking back, you don't have any like dwarven stories that really would have stood out to you about the moons, other than there's 3, and the Night of the Eye is a night that you don't want to go out. Weird things happen on Night of the Eye.
Got it. So
Not bad things, weird things.
Oh. Let's get weird.
Yeah, let's get weird with it. So you guys gonna do anything before going to bed? Honestly, if you don't, it's gonna pass pretty quiet. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before going down?
Yeah, one thing you notice is as I doff my armor, it is like quick release, and it just falls to the ground.
That's useful in many ways.
Ready for action.
Oh,
The other
yeah,
kind of
big
action.
boy. With a body like that.
With a body like that and a face like that. You would see that Korg draws like a big circle around the camp with the butt end of the halberd and makes some prayers in common
To who?
To my nation, you would hear
I pledge allegiance.
you would hear some,
To the sword.
something about what is it, Solomnia?
Salamnia?
Salamnia.
Yep.
And yeah.
Do any of you guys take out your little trinkets that you got the first session?
Yeah, I'd probably be fidgeting with it. So I have the hilt of Ispin Greenshield's sword, great sword. So I'd probably be just kind of handling that.
I've seen that sword before. Interesting.
You both, Aloran and Korg, would have seen that sword before. It's the hilt, obviously, of Ispin.
Yeah, after Cork says that, I'll look over and be like,
I think he killed him.
did he?
It was the quick release armor. No one was ready for the sight underneath.
You're kidding.
He's big braining us right now. How did you acquire the hilt of his
It was a
blade?
gift. It was a gift from Ispin.
Did he train you in the ways of the sword like he did me?
In a way.
Wait, he
Oh, I'm
trained you
getting some
guys?
Static. Is it getting static?
You got training?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All I got was learning.
Some silly mages I've ran into before said the pen is mightier. But
I don't know. Ispin would say that the flagon is mightier.
he could put down some. He could put down some for sure.
He would have told you he could put down more than anyone you've ever met.
I've seen him do
He would
that.
also.
You say
He would
dwarves
have
are
also told
babies
you that
compared to
he's-
him
Ooh.
when it
What's
came
that?
to drink. He could outdrink a dwarf, is what he told me.
Maybe when I was a child.
So as you guys are talking, your vision, you notice, starts getting a little hazy on the outsides, kind of in your peripheral vision.
You going to bed?
And as you look up, you notice that the scene around you starts to shift, and you stand at the center of a forest clearing. Not the forest you were just in. Korg, you notice that your circle that you drew around the camp... Hey, Ray! The circle that you drew around the camp kind of fades from existence, and clashing steel is echoing from the thicket that suddenly appears in front of you. And as you look around, you realize that the kind of smoky, hazy images in your peripheral vision actually kind of coalesce into piles of bodies covering the ground. And one of the fallen bodies clutches something against their chest, and you're not quite sure what it is because you're not close enough. But you can sense that it's calling out to you. What do you guys do when you start seeing that? The three of you see that.
I confirmed. You guys see that? You all see that?
Yeah, arm up.
All right.
I would take out my halberd, stick it out in front of me, and start walking towards the bodies.
Oh.
As Korg starts walking towards the bodies and Gorm starts putting on his armor and Aloran
No.
puts his arms...
There's no armor on.
As Aloran puts his arms up, the object starts glowing with an intense white light. It flashes, and then in the blindness, you guys open your eyes back up and you realize you're back at your camp. No more hazy vision on the outside. But, Aloran, in your hand, you realize that you are holding, you realize as Korg was walking closer to that thing, that it was an amulet of some sort. You don't know what it was. And then I need everybody to roll a perception check. Nice. Oh. So Gorm and Aloran, you guys notice that the packs that you guys had that you're traveling with seem to be rummaged through from the time that vision started to now, which was honestly only about 30 to 45 seconds. You can see a very obvious trail of footprints and your packs having been rummaged through. Korg, the only thing you notice is that someone obviously trampled on one part of your circle that you created. You can see a trail of food, your clothing, and discarded, like breadcrumbs, walking away from your camp.
They took my good berries.
Sight. The raccoons are out tonight, boys. Raccoons. They're out tonight, boys.
Aloran and Gorm, it's very obviously like people
don't-
prints. People,
Yeah, that does.
boot prints.
I never was on security detail.
And,
What are you guys
Should-
gonna do with that line kind of leading into the middle of the forest? It would be very easy to follow. You can see directly right to where they went.
I look up at the moons and say, what would Ispin do?
Go towards adventure, man.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're doing.
let's go.
All
Stand up
right.
to walk and realize I forgot my staff again.
Yeah. Let's move
You-
out.
Pick it up. Yeah.
Yep.
I will go back and is my armor still there? It is armor.
Your arm- Yeah, your armor's still there.
All right.
It weighs
I will
half a
put on
ton.
my
I
armor.
don't think.
You guys wanna wait?
Drag marks. They tried. Nope.
Your armor is there. It seems like the only thing they grabbed was like miscellaneous knickknacks. Like your trinkets are there. Anything you got from Ispin is there. Your weapons are there. Your armor is
Go
there.
lay
It
down.
seems like they just took off
there's
maybe with some
Foxy.
food
Or
or
there's your bone.
some
No more
clothing,
ball.
just
Luna,
basic
no.
knick-knacky stuff. So as you guys follow the trail, you realize you're kind of going deeper into the forest. You're weaving in and around trees, and eventually that trail stops in front of what looks to be a crumbling stone structure lining the undergrowth of a pretty sizable stone door. Its roof is pierced by a massive tree trunk, but even with that, the walls of this structure are mostly intact. There's a large empty stone doorway, which is almost inviting you inside. And as you notice, the tracks from your camp kind of lead up to this right in front of the door, and laying on the ground right in front of the door is that glowing object from your vision.
The amulet.
Yep.
Yeah. Inside again.
Okay.
I don't think it was coons. I think
Korg, you are spot on, sir.
I think we were deceived.
Yeah, something's obviously fucky, but you're not feeling you're not feeling repulsed. You're actually feeling almost beckoned into the
Should I
temple.
go get that?
So this is made out of stone?
The temple is made out of stone. The ruined temple is made out of stone, but the amulet itself is laying on the ground in front of the door.
Looks like
Faintly
we're doing a
shining.
stone cunning. And we're gonna add +4 to this.
17. Stone cunning gets you. This is obviously a pre-cataclysm temple of some sort. You don't have a lot of knowledge about the gods, Gorm, but you know that this was built more than 350 years ago.
I'll share that with the group.
I don't know if I like going into temples on the night of the eye.
I'll get it.
You moving up to grab it, Aloran?
No, I'm gonna mage hand it.
Ooh.
You try to mage hand it, and your spell does not work.
Wrecked.
You have to walk up and grab it. You can't
Yeah,
grab
then
it.
I'm
from
gonna,
here.
then once that happens, I'll just be like, all right, just walk forward.
As you get up there, you notice that there on the ground is an amulet with the symbol of what looks to be some sort of like blue bird. And it's almost beckoning you to grab it and put it on.
Okay.
You pick up the amulet, you put it around your neck, and as soon as it is around your neck, lights on the inside of the temple flare to life. And again, same thing as before, beckon all three of you into the temple.
So just to recap, we saw a bunch of bodies, and this
Correct.
person was dying, and then they held this amulet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Seems legit, man.
And now I got it.
And now Aloran's got it, and you are feeling almost a compulsion to go into the temple.
Guys, I think we should go in the temple.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. I will lead the way. It's the only one that is. Yep.
Korg, you get up to the doorway with Gorm and Aloran behind you, and as you look through this temple doorway, you can see that on the inside, that tree that was busting through the top of the temple is actually going down into the middle of a room. The ruin's marble floor stretches through and around the tree, and you see that there's broken statues lining the outside walls of the temple. I'm gonna move you here. 1 second. Let me reveal an area real quick. How do I do that? Reveal. I'm gonna move you guys too. Did that work? Did that work?
That's
No,
all
it did
black.
not. Everything's black?
Everything is black.
I mean, there's a white border around it.
Why is that not working? I'm just gonna get rid of the fog of war. 1 sec.
We won't meta it.
Yeah, I've just tabbed away just in case.
I see a red door and I want it painted black.
Says you guys. Fucking metagame shit out of this.
What the fuck? I'm gonna move you guys to a different spot. Bloop. Can you see anything, Joe?
It's still all black for me.
Mm-mm, all black.
For everybody. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of the fog of war. 1 second. Fog of war. Off. That work?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you guys control your tokens?
No.
No.
Down here?
Where's my token?
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, there's my token.
Nope.
That might be why we could only see black.
One sec. You guys, can you try to move your tokens onto the? So if you go
It
to the
is
top,
weird.
yeah, no. If you go to the top right, under the book, you should see your tokens. Can you drag your character onto the map to see if you can mess around with
Yep.
it?
That worked.
Okay, perfect. Come down here. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. So, Korg, you are looking into this temple, and all along the outside, you see broken statues. Each statue is broken in a different place, but you notice that there is 21 of them all along the outside. In the middle, you see that massive tree that has visibly broken through the top of the temple. And it's almost, again, beckoning the three of you in. And Lauren, you are feeling particularly drawn to two different statues, each at different corners of the room on the opposite side of you.
Now, does the 21 statues signify anything?
Do a religion check.
Oh yeah, I'm so great at these.
Is it that 13?
Yeah.
That number sounds vaguely familiar. Something about like the surfacer gods, the old gods. That number is somehow linked.
Okay. It's a temple, guys.
Is the tree glowing?
There it does have a faint glow to it. Yeah.
I'll proceed in.
As you
Yeah.
get closer to one of the statues, Korg, can you give me a religion check?
Religion.
15. You notice as you approach one of the broken statues. Oops. It is all the pieces that look like they're made of stone are made of stone, but then you can see a slight shimmering of almost like a twilight manifestation filling in the pieces that have been broken from that statue. And the first statue to the left that you run into, Korg, is quite obviously a statue of Kiri Jolith, the god of just war.
That's my religion.
And the statue starts to fill in as you get closer to it, as the three of you get closer to it.
I take out my trinket and I make a pray.
You make a prayer. What are you saying?
Bless me in my next fight.
You get a message in your head, Korg, very subtle, very faint, that says tonight is not your night.
Huh. You would see Korg like step back from the statue and like look perplexed.
Lauren, you're feeling drawn to two different statues in the back of the temple.
Yep, start wandering back that way.
As you pass other statues, much like the Kiri Jolith statue, as you guys pass them, you can see the broken parts of the statue kind of get filled in with kind of like a twilighty substance, as if the statues themselves are coming alive. As you get... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Is
Go ahead.
it like what we saw earlier when our vision went hazy and then came back, or is it?
Yes, but this is a lot more inviting. That hazy vision seemed almost like a warning, whereas this seems more present. And as the three of you walk past, each statue kind of coalesces into a different, I guess I'll say, symbol. So the second statue you see forms into like a big harp. The next one forms into a very large dragon. But once you get into the back and you kind of stand between the two statues that are in the corner of the opposite room, where are you guys? Right here. So you guys come, all three of you get to here, and you can see those statues kind of coalescing with twilight. And all of a sudden, as you get into the middle of the room, Aloran and Korg, the haze room that twilight coalesces, and you, is there fog of war in this page?
Yep.
Mhm.
It's all black.
Dang it. Let me see if this works.
Hold on, let me try dragging my.
Well, here, let me do this. Korg and Aloran, your vision is suddenly blasted with a bright, intense vision of Solinari, the white moon. Nuatari's gone, Lunatari's gone. It is just everywhere you look, down, up, left, right, behind you, in front of you, all you see is the big white moon of Solinari. Simultaneously, Gorm and Aloran. Gorm, you see this individually. A big, almost majestic phoenix. Aloran, these two visions are almost competing inside your mind to kind of take precedence over what you're seeing. And as
Getting
you're
kinda
standing
dizzy.
there, almost like stupefied, go ahead, Lee.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything, but
I think it was Joe.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was like getting kind of dizzy.
You absolutely would be getting kind of dizzy. It is for Aloran overwhelming because these two visions, these two gods are essentially competing for your attention. Korg, you get almost like you get a message in your head. It doesn't have a distinct voice or cadence. It's just more of a feeling. And it says, someone with you has been chosen by multiple gods, and you have been chosen to represent one side of this. I don't want to say what's a good word for fight, but it's not a fight. Like
Conflict?
competition.
Conflict.
Conflict, competition for Aloran's soul. I would like you to be Solinari's representative in keeping Aloran
Protected?
on Kryn.
You phased out there.
Protected, correct.
Okay, no, actually go through and say what you were saying because you literally cut out in the middle of that.
So you're getting a message.
Yep.
It's more of a feeling. It's not an actual message. There's not actual words, but you know exactly what the message is.
Mhm.
And Solinari, the white moon, is telling you to protect Aloran because there are multiple gods vying for Aloran's soul right now.
Okay.
Aloran he's going to have a lot of power on this plane on Kryn, and there are multiple gods that want to be the center of that. That want Aloran to be their divine manifestation on Kryn. And Solinari is asking you, Korg, to be the Solinari representative protector of
Okay.
Aloran. What do you say?
I would give the feeling and message back. Why?
you get so your vision starts to fade again, and you are back in that field with all of those dead bodies. And behind those bodies, you can see a massive army made up of varying soldiers of different sizes, essentially bringing death and ruin to what looks to be like innocent people of Kryn.
Y has been established. All right.
Again, and that vision to you, Korg, feels more like what could happen as opposed to what's happening now.
Sure. Yep. Nope. 100%. Aligned.
So as you accept, you feel something in your hands, and you look over. Aloran is still practically convulsing with the amount of power that's kind of vying for his attention. But then Gorm, you also receive a message. This one is very almost animalistic, primal, growly, and you see this gigantic white bird in front of you. If it wasn't Kryn, you would know it's a phoenix, but like this gigantic bird in front of you. And you get a similar message. There are gods who are looking to claim Aloran's soul, and we would love for you to be our representative protector, our representative protector for in the insurance that Aloran stays alive. And it's very growly, it's very animalistic, it's almost like he's trying to form thoughts, but they're coming through as more, like primal.
I tried to say back. Is this the only day of your power? Will you return? Have you returned?
That's for Aloran to choose, and for you to protect.
All right.
Roll a religionly again.
You get
Keep it hot, man. Keep it hot.
Oof.
You're not sure that you can identify this god. But you say yes?
Yeah. I mean, if a god is talking to me, I mean.
Yeah, this is a moment. Like, remember, there are not clerics on Kryn. There are not gods. People pray to the old gods, but nothing ever happens. This is very unique experience. And as you agree to that, in your hands you feel almost like a jade figurine, Gorm, in the shape of a bird.
All right.
And now Aloran, you're just blasted with motherfucking power. Like, you just keep getting images, just fighting for your attention. Phoenix, Solinari, Habakkuk, Solinari, Habakkuk, Solinari, over and over again, and you pass out.
Done.
Korg, Gorm, you guys kind of come to. You see Aloran standing there convulsing, and then, honestly, just like a plank of dead wood, falls backwards.
Am I close enough to try and catch him?
Oh yeah, roll a dex. Save. Oh, just so gracefully. You put your hand behind his head and just guide him to the ground.
I'll medicine check him. 16 medicine.
You guys are rolling hot.
Wow.
Just passed out. Totally fine. Breathing steady.
I'll just
Probably
lay there.
mentally exhausted. You do notice, Korg, that the amulet on his chest is just flaring with power.
Wait, that has a symbol of a bird on it?
It does. The bird you just saw. It's very
Alright.
similar in shape and form. What are you guys gonna do?
I got some weird vision that I have to protect. Lauren here.
Me too. Looks like we're all in agreement.
Lauren, you come to. Your perception is not flickering between the two images. You see Korg and Gorm standing above you.
Did you get taller?
Yes. Yes, I did.
No, but I did a 5-point check on you, and you're pretty healthy.
Oh,
5-point check, top to bottom, baby.
I'll bill your
Thank you.
insurance. I'm an out-of-network provider. This one's gonna hurt. You're gonna wish you were dead.
all right. Try to stand
You
up.
put on the gauntlet. It's just like turn around and cough.
What
service.
what made you pass out? Was your vision just too powerful?
Is that what it was? I just flickered between the moon and a bird. And a moon. And a bird. And a bird on a moon.
Boo! Yay!
You feel, Aloran, inside you, almost like two competing powers. One is the arcane power that's always been there, which is now competing with almost a power that you can't really explain. Something similar, but different.
I think I'm full.
Mhm.
It's like full.
Do you feel like you have to choose?
I don't. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I have to choose.
Choose the moon.
Whoa, what? Do we not have the same vision?
Did you guys not see a moon and a bird?
Yeah, I saw a moon.
I saw a bird. Just like that. And then I point to his necklace.
Huh.
Wait, do I literally have a jade figurine now?
Looks like the
Okay.
one on his necklace.
You know, now that he's been saying, or now that Korg is saying the moon, now I don't think we're on the same page here. So
And you guys will notice that Korg is holding an orb that looks a lot like Solinari.
Hmm.
I think I dreamt about this. Maybe.
Yeah. Lots of nights in a row. Both images, actually.
I think I choose the bird.
That would be a mistake. I saw a vision that if you don't choose the moon, there's a great army that's going to come and slaughter innocents.
Oh.
You're gonna, again, you do feel full, Aloran, and you feel like you don't have to make a decision quite yet. But even though the powers are competing, you can tap into both. So maybe beneficial to not make a choice yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do what my mom always said. Let's go sleep on this.
Oh my god. Birds a fucking floor.
Yep.
You guys
Yep.
walk back to camp, and Jake or Korg, you realize that in your hand you can say a command word, Solari, in Solomnik, and something will happen with that orb that you carry. Same with you, Gorm. If you say Habakkuk while you're holding the jade trinket, you also know that something will probably happen. Aloran, you're feeling just invigorated with both divine and arcane magic right now.
Guys, I feel good. Feel good.
What if you never make a decision? Then
I don't know.
I think these are best. These decisions are best to be had quickly, and resolve them.
Under the light of the moon.
As my old general would say, don't wait.
Is the moon back to the eye?
It is back to the eye. When you get back to camp, you actually look behind you guys, and that path of almost the breadcrumbs of the stolen small trinkets is completely gone. If you were walking away from the temple and you looked backwards, once you actually look back and stop and spend a little time, you'll notice that the temple's gone. It's no longer there. Your trinkets are in your hands. Again, your orb and your statue still there. You still feel full, Lauren, but the temple is faded from existence.
I think I left my quarterstaff back there.
You absolutely did.
Son of
I'll
I'll
find
go
you a
get
good
it for you.
branch.
I'll go get it for you.
a... It's okay.
But you have to choose the moon.
Always.
I'll
There's always-
break a
got
branch. I'll break a branch about a quarterstaff and be like, "Is this good?" And hand it to you. It's a walking
got it.
stick, right?
Dick, yeah. Maybe the Kender won't want this one.
Oh, God.
Took our stuff.
All right, your guys' scene fades. We're going to cycle back a couple hours. Rise and Kosh, you guys, again, much like Korg, Gorm, and Aloran, make camp along the route that you're taking to go to Ispin Greenshield's funeral. And for you guys, this is kind of like a special night. It's the night of the eye. It's, again, the night that kind of dictates when... Why am I doing... What is going on?
I'd be
Here we go.
feeling fucking great.
Oh, you'd be feeling fucking real good. Kosh, you too?
It's like
Maybe a
Sozin's
little-
Comet for me.
I mean, I get to see the pupil.
Uh-huh.
I'm fucking jacked.
So you guys are setting up camp, and you realize, again, tonight is an important night. And as you look around, you're setting up camp, in the distance you see not only the night of the eye in the sky, but you see a temple that seems to have been built up in the perfect position to align with the eye in the sky. And that is telling you, the both of you, Rise and Kosh, that you need to fucking come here. Ahead rises the Barb, a jagged, half-ruined spire of gray stone. Many who aspire to join the Mages of High Sorcery come here to prove their magical proficiency. The Barb is usually nothing more than a ruin, its construction predating the Cataclysm, out of character, much like the ruins that Gorm, Korg, and Aloran just encountered. But tonight, on the night of the eye, when Kryn's 3 moons align, the ruin is alive with magic once more, and you can actually see that arcane magic is pulsing through that tower. Soft light shines from the archway leading into the structure.
And you said we're just like feeling the
Again,
pull to go over there.
much like the other 3, in your instance where you're at, you're feeling pulled into the Barb.
Okay.
You almost have like a preternatural kind of inkling that you're here to start your initiation test for the Mages of High Sorcery.
Well, I would turn to you, Rise, and go, I've lived my life following the urges of magic. And those urges are telling me, go to that tower.
It's flowing through my veins, and
Compass says west. That's where we're headed,
yep,
Brian?
yep, exactly.
All right. We march through. We just start marching.
As you guys march closer to the tower, Rise, what are your tattoos doing?
Oh, I pasted the picture, but they would definitely be, especially with all three out there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like that one picture I sent you.
Oh, fucking badass, dude.
Do you... let me see if I can post it real quick. Copy.
And did you see the wall of text that I sent you beforehand?
Yep, I absolutely did. It is fucking
Okay.
beautiful. Did that work?
No, broken
No.
image.
Damn. One sec.
DM sucks.
Oh, he sucks hard. Did that work? Nope, that's channel
Nope.
link.
What are you trying to link?
Just the picture of your tattoos.
Oh, I posted it. Just
Oh, you did?
like see right me. I said me right now.
Look right under Birds of War.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
So, Kosh, you see Rise's tattoos pulsating with arcane energy. Real genius, yeah.
Is it okay?
Oh yeah, that's real genius.
And
That's
you
me
notice
right
that
now.
The colors of the tattoos are kind of fluctuating between white, red, and black. And as you guys get closer to the barb, you see that the archway opens into a large atrium lit with flaming sconces and adorned by grand tapestries depicting Kryn's three moons, Solinari, Lunitari, and Nuitari. Doors circle the room, and the light of the moon, the three moons, cascade down the middle of the tower through broad windows high above. And at the center of the room stands a serene-looking woman with long gray hair and robes, and she nods to you as you enter, and she kind of just gestures you to the outside of the room.
Can I do something really quick? It's more flavor. So this entire time I've had a traveler's cloak over my real cloak, and I take off my real cloak and it's black.
Oh. Any reaction to that, Rise?
Not at all.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine.
You see that all of the tapestries in the room, kind of lining the outside of the room, all are representative of the three moons in different artistic styles. Can you both give me a perception check, please? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So, as you walk through the door and you turn around behind you, you notice that the archway is now a solid wall. And you realize that there are no more doors in this room that lead outside. And there are no more entrances into the barb other than the one that you used to exist that you just came through. And after you guys get done exploring, the robed woman who is wearing a bright red robe, she is going to put her hood down, and you notice she's a middle-aged, nondescript woman. She's going to ask if you are you both ready?
God damn it.
It's a simple question.
Yeah. Must I choose? We have tried to be impartial and followed all three of you.
I am not here as an emissary of the moons. I am here as an emissary of the Mages of High Sorcery, and we have identified you both as apprentices. And I'm asking if you are ready for your first test.
I don't think anyone is ready for their first test, but
This
I'm
is
as
not
prepared
the
as
test.
I will be.
This is your first
This is the first.
test.
I get it. I'm saying I don't think anyone is actually ready, but I am prepared.
Okay.
I'll sigh
The
and
rules
then-
are quite simple. To pass the knight's test, you are going to go to the topmost room of the tower, which is only accessible on the Night of the Eye. This test carries none of the dangers of the tests of high sorcery, but it is going to provide a foundation of your arcane journey moving forward. Your goal is to complete the challenge presented in the room. And don't ask for any hints. When you get into the room, every test is different. And you have until the end of the Night of the Eye to complete it. If you do not, you will be trapped in the tower until the next Night of the Eye.
Hope you got a lot of rations.
Mm-hmm. So I ask, are you ready? And this is an honest question. If you're not ready, you can say you're not. Out of character.
Yes.
I want to proceed.
She pulls up the sleeves on her red robe, and she does this big long. What is this? Is somatic your hands?
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
remember. She does a big long somatic component with her hands, and she touches the wall behind her. You see this big, huge, glowing portal appear, and she just gestures you in. This is the beginning of the trial. Step through when you are both ready. She looks up through the windows in the tower and she says, I think you have about 7 hours left.
So you best not waste it and just walk on through.
I'm gonna look up at New Atari for like 3 or 4 seconds and then walk right in.
As you guys walk in, you feel a quick jolt of arcane energy, and essentially you are teleported into a wide rotunda with black stone floors and walls carved with elaborate runes. You can see that there's 4 walls carved with elaborate runes. I just need you to do something for me really quick.
Mhm.
Can one of you grab your character and kind of start moving them towards the center 1 square at a time? 1 hex at a time?
Nope. Cannot.
Nope.
You cannot grab your characters?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Delete and then drag.
Yep, drag your person, then I might have to drag them to somewhere. Okay.
Oh God, it's been so
FYI,
long.
we lost Joe.
He's
Oh,
back.
there he is.
There we go.
I'm gonna grab a drink quick. I'm listening.
Bob, I don't see you.
Yeah. Sorry. Where's our tokens again?
If you go to the book on the top right, should have
Yep.
Rise. Ooh, did your image not?
I just see. Up there we go. It's a broken image link on mine.
Give me 1
course.
second.
But I was able to put it on there. Oh, but I cannot move it.
Yeah, he's fixing
Okay,
it.
don't try to move it 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Can you just really quick? I just want to make sure this works. Can you move your characters 1 square to the right?
Like here?
Can you move your character 1 more square to the right?
No.
Perfect. Okay, it worked. Awesome. So I'm going to move you back here. Okay, let me read this description. The door opens into a wide rotunda with black stone floors and walls carved with elaborate runes. The interior is empty, save for a single pedestal at the room's center. Atop the pedestal, an ornate key balances on its tip. Behind you, the portal that you entered through vanishes. On the opposite side of the room, an identical closed door appears.
Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
If you're gonna move your character, move them 1 square at a time.
yeah, I was gonna, like,
Can I
do
Sorry, Bob, you go first.
basically perception. Basically, I want to just thoroughly scope out the room. So
Okay, what you see is
Oh,
kind of what
God.
I described. Do we need to hop over to Discord for Joe potentially? What you guys see, again, are big carvings on 4 walls.
Joe, you're muted, by the way.
I realized that. Sorry. Thank you.
Do we need to switch over to Discord for you?
No, should
Okay.
be okay.
And again, a big pedestal with a key balancing on its tip.
actually, quick thing in D&D Beyond, how do you disable the actual like animation of the dice roll?
Oh,
not
yeah.
sure.
Because it basically just sits there and waits for the dice to complete before it posts the number and everything.
Is
Click manage, click character settings. I think it's somewhere in there, maybe.
Sorry.
It's okay.
There we go. Yep. Enable digital dice rolling. Disable.
Okay.
Let me just.
So your perception check, Rise, did not
Yeah.
garner you any additional information. Again, there's 4 in the 4 sections of the room. You see runes,
Yep.
and in the
Can-
middle you see that pedestal with a key.
Can we read the runes?
You can try an Arcana check, or you can spend some time to study them.
I
You would have to get closer to study them, though.
I have. Was it the one spell lets me read everything?
Well, this is
Comprehend languages.
going to be
Yes.
interesting because what I was going
Comprehend
to do, is take out the undecipherable scroll and see if these runes match up to it.
You can both do what you're doing. Kosh, go towards the runes that you want to compare. Rise, what were you going to cast?
Comprehend languages.
Okay.
Can I decipher? Like, does it
Well, I
feel
need
like
to
it
start
go
moving.
off or anything?
Yep, so Kosh, go towards the runes that you want to move towards. You'll feel that as soon as you start moving towards the runes, at some point, you kind of hit almost an invisible wall. Rise, as you cast Comprehend Languages, you will realize that yes, it looks like these are... They're not in any specific language, they're runes to cast an arcane spell.
Okay. At this point, I would be start walking. I'm assuming it's a similar thing. We're trying to feeling the bump or whatever.
Okay.
Is here close enough for me to try and compare?
Yep. The runes do not... There's no link between the runes on the wall and the runes of your scroll.
Okay. I'm gonna Arcana check the runes.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll be doing.
Christ, we're stuck.
Yeah, the Knight of Power. We're both rolling hot.
Kosh,
I-
you feel like you're not getting any arcane sensation from the runes, but you feel like if you spend time studying them, you might be able to decipher some sort of meaning from them.
Okay. I am going to kind of sit down in front of them
Okay.
and then almost like meditate on them.
How long are you going to do that?
I will go for 10 minutes.
Okay. Rise, in this 10 minutes, what did you want to do yourself?
Now that I'm actually close to one, basically do an Arcana check, see if I can make any sense of it.
Okay. Intelligence Arcana. Rise, you see behind you that Kosh is kind of sitting down in almost like a focused meditation. But you
Trying to
look at the
attune?
wall and you instantly understand that the runes are an arcane cipher for the knock spell.
Okay.
If you'd like to reading the spell from the wall will allow you to whisper it into existence.
Okay. I will go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay, as you start reading it, you start deciphering the spell, and as soon as you do that, you know you can whisper it out. You whisper out the verbal components of the knock spell, and behind you, you see portions of an invisible wall start to take shape. Let me see how I can make these not.
I see the
through.
turn
One
order
second.
thing pop up now.
Yeah, I need to try to make these not see through. Give me 1 second. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have made this one huge section.
Famous last words.
Yeah, right. 1 second. How do I do this? Sorry, guys.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Wall. Okay. You breathe the knock spell in existence.
Okay.
Are you losing sight of some areas?
I don't see. I see like nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
Ditto.
How do I make them? You know what? I'm just gonna draw. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw with the token layer or the map layer. Let's see if I can do this.
I believe in you, man. You can draw.
Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Off, epic. Okay. So give me 1 second. You, no penises.
This is our trial! You're ruining our trial!
Rise, you breathe the knock spell into existence.
Okay. And
And you
is that
see...
sorry.
One more second. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Ah. Do you see that?
Yes.
How much do you see?
I see.
I see.
Like basically this.
Dotted line, the dotted line.
Yeah, the dotted line and mostly this half here. Like there's a path here that goes north.
Oh,
then
perfect.
there's-
Okay, that works.
So it goes around here.
You whisper the knock spell into existence, and you start seeing what looks to be walls of the maze that is keeping you from that key start to
Okay.
coalesce.
I will turn around and Kosh is still meditating.
Kosh is still meditating. At the end of
Oh my
10
God,
minutes,
oh my
Kosh,
God,
you
oh my
come
God.
back. You have deciphered a little bit of the message, but you notice that there are visible, invisible walls
Yeah.
inside this room.
When he comes around, it's just like it looks like there's like. Are you familiar with the knock spell? Sort of unlocks a door.
I am not.
Well, that's what I could tell from the runes here, and when I read them, that's when the walls became visible.
Now that I
Yeah.
know this and I have meditated, do you think I can?
As you hear Rise say knock spell, the words in front of you make perfect sense. The words in front of you are also the knock spell.
I put my hand towards the runes and say, Belloc.
Blah. They speak friend and enter your mouth, and then you feel like you can whisper them into existence. Are you going to whisper them at the wall?
I am.
Okay. Let's do the... Do you guys see that?
Yep.
Yes.
So we can
As-
just really
As
quick.
you do that, you see that it seems like the arcane powers of both these two rune sets have left. And as you whisper that into existence, you see more invisible walls become visible for you.
Well, I think once we read the others, we'll be able to find our way through.
I agree.
At
Can
this
we-
point, it'd be. Or
Yeah.
do you still want us to move like one square at a time?
No, just stay on the outside. You guys
Okay.
go and you get to the other two. Oops, wrong button. 1 second. You get to the other two runes. They're all the knock spell.
Okay.
And
They-
the entire maze eventually comes into visibility. Do you see all of the
Yep.
lines? So you can see that there's one path through the maze that leads to the key. So I'm just going to say you guys have said all 4 knock spells. It's probably been about 45 minutes.
Okay. I'll. The entrance to the maze is over here.
I'd come down to the entrance.
And then I guess like slowly proceed through.
And
Do
walk-
you want us to do like one at a time ish type thing or?
So
Well, here, let's do this. You can move your token 10 spaces, and in those 10 spaces is like 5 minutes. So let's see how long this takes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was 5 minutes.
'Kay.
I
Okay.
turn to Rise and go, the secret of mazes is just keeping your right hand against the wall. So
And-
even if you hit a dead end and you double back, you won't ever get lost. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Where?
6, 7, 8,
I haven't done something like this since I was a kid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you guys honestly are going to speed through this pretty quickly. You do eventually get to the middle. As
Thanks.
soon as you touch the golden key, you see all of the walls of the maze vanish. And the key is who picks it up?
And if as long as there doesn't seem anything weird about it, I'll pick it up.
Rise, you have the key in your hand. Like I said, as soon as you grab it, the walls of the maze essentially just disappear in front of
Yep.
you, and you can bring that key to the door on the other side.
This door? Yeah.
hmm
Boop.
And give it a shot.
The key opens the door, and on the other side of the door, you
We
get
cannot enter.
teleported back to the
Okay.
base of the barb, and in there is Rovina, and she says, "Less than 2 hours. I'm very impressed." And she hands both of you an ornate scroll. 1 second. Boom. That looks just like that. Rovina says, "There is a lot."
Hold on. We
That
lost
go-
Bob.
I accidentally hit back on my mouse.
We each got a scroll.
I congratulate you and deem your apprenticeship within the Mages of High Sorcery complete. If you so choose, you can choose a. If you would like to choose a robe, you can choose one now to start your path to take the ultimate test. I would like you on the scroll. You can see that there's an emblem of the. It's emblazoned with the symbol of High Sorcery. And then she hands each of you a spell book. And she wants you, she looks at you and she says, there's one thing I would like you to do. Do not read this scroll. I would very much like you to bring this to Wyhan, a black-robed mage in the city of Kalaman near Vogler.
So, what was his name? Or can you just repeat that?
Wyhan, Wyhan,
Okay. In the city of.
Kalaman, which is the biggest city in the region of Solamnia. It is not. There is not a time constraint on you bringing this to Wyham, but I do urge you, please go to Kalaman and bring this scroll to him if you go through there. Do not, under any circumstance, open the scroll. Its contents are meant for Wyhan only. And I congratulate you on passing your first test. And then she pulls her red hood back up over her head.
Thank you.
I would bow in appreciation.
As you guys are leaving the Barb, the temple, you actually see
Weren't we
a
gonna go
few
to the top of the
more
thing?
you see a few more young apprentice mages approaching the door. They see you and they ask, what happened?
It's for everyone to find out on their own.
And if you have to ask, you're not ready.
You guys go back to camp. The Night of the Eye continues. You can see Lunatari and Nuatari going in front of Solinari's face, and you fall asleep knowing that, you guys are well on your way to joining the Mages of High Sorcery. So the next morning, the 5 of you wake up in your 2 respective groups, and about 2 hours travel towards Vogler. Your 2 groups actually link up. So, Korg, Gorm, Aloran, or Kosh and Rise, could you please kind of describe your characters?
So, I am an elf. I would be walking around without my hood drawn, but I have a travel cloak. On top of, or below the travel cloak, you would see that I'm wearing a darker cloak. Black hair, black eyes, pointy ass ears.
Elf.
Elf.
Much pointier than Aloran's. For anyone keeping tabs.
Very, very clean.
Not the size that matters.
Rise?
Human covered in tattoos. Beard, a little bit down here. Essentially, it's like what I posted earlier, Balder from God of War. Mostly in like leathers. Not like leather armor, but just kind of, more shamanistic type of thing than anything else.
Awesome. As you guys are moving forward on the path, you see what looks to be a pretty well-kept human, a not-so-well-kept dwarf, and a very green, as in like young, unexperienced elf in white robes walking towards you. Can everybody give me an intelligence check?
Just straight int.
Just straight int.
Straight
Nice,
int,
Gorm.
baby. That's
Ooh, gosh.
Rolling my
Oh God. Nope.
y'all are rolling int saves, not straight in.
Korg, Kosh, Aloran. You know that Spider-Man meme where like all the Spider-Mans are pointing at each other?
Mm-hmm.
You realize that the 5 of you are all at one point people that Ispin Greenshield has talked about individually between the 5 of you.
Like that I know you moment.
Yep. You look like someone he's described at some point.
Deja vu.
I've just been in this place before.
Bob hit back again.
Bob hit back again. He's gonna have to fix that. He's gonna come in and say I hit back again.
Bob, fix that rogue thumb of yours, dude.
Yeah.
It's the thumb button on the mouse, and it's like a light tap does it.
So you guys would guess you're about 2 days out from Vogler, and you would also guess that you're probably all traveling there. We'll let you do your introductions between yourselves.
Are you going to a funeral?
I think that's been
Yes.
established if we all know Ispin.
No, we know that we all know Ispin. Maybe.
What time of day is it?
Morning.
Morning.
Uh-huh.
I'd wander over and like basically get some food and come back. I'm assuming that they're like sitting on a table or something.
You guys are kind of like essentially at a fork in the road, right? Your
sorry.
two paths kind of coalesce into one path leading to Vogler
I
in
got
2
you.
hours. Or 2 days. So you had side roads that joined into one big road, and you just happened to perchance meet at the same time at this fork of the road and notice that you are all indeed going to Ispin Greenshield's funeral.
Well, I'm not one to, question fate here. Question them, especially after a night like last night.
You're telling us.
Shall we walk?
You're telling us. It's almost like a chance, almost like divine intervention that you guys meet.
Fate.
Did you three also have a night blessed by the moons?
I wouldn't say it was blessed by the moons, but this one here needs to get blessed by the moon.
Rise could probably help you out with.
Yeah, I know plenty of blessings.
In the background, Rise is like, want blessing? Want blessing? Got a blessing. Want a blessing? He just opens up his non-existent trench coat trying to sell
No,
blessings.
he just pulls out his He just pulls out like his
Yep.
tattoo gun.
Well, I got blessings.
Just point out which one do you want?
It was an interesting night.
Indeed.
I lost my staff.
He is
I guess those
carrying a very staff-like piece of wood, though.
You still have that? I would not let you forget that.
Yeah,
My tree.
Was it a special staff or was it just a staff?
Oh, it was just a staff. I lose them all the time.
That thing's gone for good. That thing's stuck in a temple from the Cataclysm, man.
Okay. This is going to be a long walk, I take it.
How well do all of you know Ispin? Or knew?
Well, he trained me the sword back when he stayed the summer at my family farm. So it's one of the reasons why I'm a soldier. So I would say I know him pretty well.
He told me I wasn't insane. I like that.
Out of character, Ispin's been known to be wrong before.
Hey, Shaw. I'm
Yeah.
thinking the exact same thing.
I didn't know him personally that well, but he knew my parents. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
Or your parents.
I nudge Korg and I go, "Did Isbin say you weren't insane? Because he didn't say that to me."
Shit.
I say this very quietly, kind of ashamed.
Sorry, Gorm. Looks like everybody's insane. So as you guys are walking and getting to know each other, I just want, kind of like after an hour, maybe hour and a half, I want you guys to give me a perception check.
Do you have a question for Chief? Chief, did you put your overcloak back on?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I like when I was describing myself, the travel cloak is over the darker cloak. Perception, you said?
Yep. Korg, Kosh. As you guys are kind of laughing and joking with each other, walking down the road, you see kind of Korg perk up for a second, and about 200 yards down this path, Korg, you notice that there's somebody running at you. You can't tell if it's aggressive, but he's moving at a good clip. You do anything in response to that?
I noticed him though.
You noticed him. Korg noticed him. Korg notices him as well. Korg is just a little bit more
Slow to pick up.
on edge, I would say.
Yeah.
More perceptive of, I guess, potential danger. You see him, Kosh. Korg, you notice that he's running at you.
I would ready my halberd down and ensure that everybody's behind me.
Okay, the four of you, you see that Korg gets his weapon out and ready.
And,
He likes that thing.
and so, do we know that this person is? Do we see this person now?
After about 20 more seconds, you hear an almost like quivering scream from the person running at you, and he's screaming, "Please help!" as he runs and shouts, and he's just racing towards you.
Do I
we
see
s-
anything behind him?
Yeah.
You do not.
I guess when he runs up,
I'll hold
It-
tight as long as everyone stays behind me. I'll stay where I'm at.
As he gets closer, he gets about 100 yards away from you. You can tell that he's just frantically terrified. He notices you, but it seems like he's just pleading to anyone to come help. He's not being chased by anything, but he's running directly to you, almost begging for you to help. Please help, just screaming it out, not being quiet, just frantically pleading.
I guess. What do you need help with?
He closes the distance pretty quick, and he runs straight up to Korg, and he's looking at the halberd, and he says, oh my god, you guys are armed, you guys know how to fight, right?"
Yes.
I need you to follow me. We've been attacked by some, I don't even know what we've been attacked. I don't know what it is. You guys need to follow me. You can obviously fight them. They're killing all of the Salamnik soldiers that were with me.
As soon as he says that, I will literally say, "On me," and I'll start running.
Are you guys following?
Oh yeah.
Look around
Yep.
first to see who immediately runs, and then I would follow.
So
I would basically like make sure. What is? Lauren is coming with us and not wandering off into like a trap or something and just
That's fair. That's fair. Yep.
Korg, as you guys are running up, this farm boy is yelling at you. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Something's attacking us. We're getting closer. Are you guys going to make any special preparations while he's yelling that?
I would like to cast Minor Illusion and make something that looks like a spectral wraith that is following behind Korg, kind of like offset into his like right. So think like you see me in frame. Do you see that light switch right there?
Mm-hmm.
Almost think a spectral wraith, kind of like right there, looking over his shoulder.
So Korg and Gorm, you haven't seen much magic, but suddenly a spectral wraith appears behind you. As you're running, are you guys going to do anything?
I
just
would.
remember-
And that's his moon magic.
One sec.
I would.
It is semantic or somatic, and I would have used like a little bit of fleece off my cloak, so they would have seen me cast it. Korg might not have, but unless he looks over his shoulder, he's not going to see it.
Any other preparations before you?
I would cast
where-
Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
No.
Would I
No.
would I know what my little statue figurine does?
Have you tried it out yet?
Mm,
I'm going to say no because
No.
we haven't talked about it. So no, you do not. Korg, as you round a corner, you come onto a scene. And what I want to describe to you is something that you all have never seen before. A wrecked wagon lies toppled, surrounded by armored corpses. Zoom in on that picture.
Oh yeah.
The first thing that you notice immediately is that those armored corpses are wearing the armor of Solamnia.
Oh shit.
But weird, strange figures are picking through the remains, and you can see from beneath those dark cloaks are scaly wings and sharp reptilian features. And this is I can't describe to you how mysteriously unreal these things look. The craziest race that you have all potentially encountered is a Minotaur. Outside of that, very standard elf, dwarf, human. These things look like nothing you've ever seen before, and if they can take out Knights of Solamnia, you know that they are absolutely a threat. It seems like as you run around the corner right away, they do not notice you. What do you do?
I would immediately dismiss Minor Illusion if they didn't
Okay.
notice us.
It seems like they're busy kind of like ransacking the cart that they attacked. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds. I'm going to start counting in my head to tell me what you guys are going to do.
Stop
Not
me now
casting.
or I'm casting an AoE. I don't know how I phrase that actually. Stop me now or I'm going to cast something to hit multiple
I would
targets.
hold the line. Like, you would literally see me just halberd up, not charging, holding the line.
Yeah.
I think we should help those guys.
All the
I would-
knights look dead, though? Or is anyone, like, alive? That's what I would say, though. Like, hold up.
Okay, 20 seconds has passed. You guys
Yep.
notice that these almost reptilian scaled figures suddenly turn in your direction and notice you. You see the big one in front. I'm actually going to move to a different map. Can you guys move your tokens here?
No.
Okay, put your tokens on the map, kind of in that bottom left corner. So Korg holding the line, Gorm. You will notice that there's two types there's two types of scaled figures here. And honestly, you have not seen anything like this, and they should give you pause. They're obviously like unique, scary, frightening, something that are kind of like out of your nightmares. You see this, and you see one of...
That's a chonky boy.
Oh, he's a chunky boy, one of these. And it looks like that second one, the one that's kind of leaned over with the knife, looks at the two chonky boys and says something in a language that you guys have never heard. Well, okay, she says language. Can you guys tell me what languages you know?
Common and Elvish.
Common, Elvish,
Okay.
Cur.
Salamnik and Urgot.
Okay.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Kenderspeak, and Salamnik.
Celestial,
Yikes.
Common, Elvish, Primordial.
Okay, so none of you know what they said, but as the large, kind of like leaning over dragon, or draconian, looks at the other two and he says something in a language you don't understand, flaps his wings and flies away. The two chonky boys rear up and are obviously looking to continue.
I'll magic missile the guy that's flying away.
Let's roll initiative
Yeah,
first.
that's like if I can.
I would say, because I didn't get a...
Oh God.
I didn't
Hey.
get a decision in 20.
I am going to not click my token before rolling initiative to see if it's fixed.
Oh, I need to be on the token layer. That would help. There we go. Okay, so I
Oh,
think-
now it... Boys, now it actually comes up with a little error. You wanted
Yep.
to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
So remember, click on your token and then roll an ish. There you go.
I wanted to see if it was fixed. Also, I'm going to roll, but I'm changing it back to a 16.
Okay. Gosh. I'm missing Korg.
No, I haven't.
Did you select
5.
your token?
Oh, 5.
5.
Click your token and roll an ish, and I'll put you in 5. 1, 2.
Oh, they also have a sort thing now too.
That's really nice. All right. Korg is at 5. Okay, let's do this in descending order. All right. We are going to start with Aloran. You see these scaly reptilian monsters draw these almost dripping swords, dripping with something that you don't know. And they look at you and they're obviously looking to kill.
In my panic, I point at one and mutter some words, and a flash of light will streak towards it.
Ooh. Doing what? Holy shit. Balls. 23 hits and 15 damage. You guys see the reptilian figure get absolutely blasted in the chest with what seems to be this holy light. And you'll notice, Gorm, and you'll notice, Aloran, that Gorm, your figurine kind of pulses with a little bit of power, and Aloran's amulet also pulses with a little bit of power. And you can tell that that beam of light obviously knocked that reptilian figure off balance, because the first person who attacks him will get advantage.
And then I'm just gonna stand there slack-jawed.
Kosh, you see that divine spell go off and that reptilian figure get absolutely blasted in the chest. What do you do?
stare in shock for a second at a divine spell.
Mm-hmm.
Shake myself out of it, and Eldritch Blast. Where's it at?
Is that damage or is that the D20 attack?
That is the D20 attack. I miss.
Your Eldritch Blast hits one of the wagon wheels, and that wagon wheel absolutely gets wrecked.
Two things. One, that kind of makes sense because I was stunned, but two, I have advantage over this guy, don't I?
Oh yeah, roll twice.
Yeah.
If that's who you were attacking.
That is who I was attacking. He's the closest.
Ooh, roll damage. 17.
6 4s.
So you see your Eldritch Blast kind of veering towards that wagon wheel. And then again, you see Gorm's statue and Aloran's amulet kind of glow. And that Eldritch Blast curves up and freaking blasts that Draconian, and he falls over. He does not fall over. But he is a hurtin'. Anything else?
That is me.
The reptilian figures say something again in a language that you do not know. Is there a way to... Where's the, like, ruler?
Sorry.
60... 80... What is their movement? Give me 1 second. Just gotta look at... their character sheet. Okay. Korg. That Draconian, even though he is indeed...
Within 10 feet, I get an attack opportunity.
Ooh, okay.
Because I
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
Pull Master, so move him back 5 feet, please.
Yep. 1 second. Gotta move the right layer. As
11
he's
hit.
running towards you, he is a chonky boy, but it looks like those almost vestigial wings that are on his back are kind of propelling him forward and moving him faster than you would expect. Give me the attack roll.
11.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pull him up on my book instead. 11 misses.
Yep.
You can see that those scales kind of just veer. Your halberd hits, but it doesn't really hit well, and it just veers off because of their tough scales. He gets up to you, but cannot do anything else. The other Boz Draconian gets up to you, and he can't do anything else. But you are now surrounded by these big chonky boys. Gorm.
Alright, first thing you see him do is he clicks off his armor. And he
Wait, you just clicked off your armor?
Yep, it's basically like the snap away pants. He clicks off his armor. He gives a big grunt, and then you see him click in the pommel of Ibsen's greatsword into his maul, and he goes
That's awesome.
full on and goes for an attack here. And I'm going to use my Squire of Solamnia precision strike here to get
Ooh.
advantage on this attack. And if it does hit, add a D8 in damage.
Yep.
Alright, so I don't know how smart Roll20 is with this for raging, but does it do that with attacks for the extra damage?
Probably not, such as +2, right?
Yep. How do I click the dice for attack? Does it do that? Roll, here we go. Nope, that just clicks small. Oh,
No.
wow,
way.
terrible. Alright,
Korg, one thing you notice is that when Gorm is using his precision attack, it's almost as if Ispin has taught Gorm a similar type attack that you've been taught.
well, it still
And
did not work.
he just absolutely smashes a rock that's right next to that Boz Draconian. You can tell he put a lot of muscle into that swing.
Alright, that's
I
my
love
turn.
that though. I love that
Just a
handle. Dude.
warning.
That's sweet, dude. Rise.
Okay. Do we see the flyboy?
Roll me a quick perception check. This is not part of an action. I'll use this as 5 feet of movement for you.
No.
No.
Okay. Then I am going to. I will try and toll the dead that one.
Okay. He's not granting advantage anymore. Not that it matters for Toll the Dead. So he needs to roll a what?
13.
Save. What type of save?
Sorry. Wisdom.
Wisdom
13.
Save. 12 does not make it. How much damage?
Okay. 11.
Fucking shit. Okay, you guys hear this. You guys hear this loud dong. And you see that Boz Draconian in front of Korg die.
The tattoos on me are starting to grow or glow a bit white.
As the tattoos glow white on Rise, you'll also notice that the lizard man thing, scaly, terrifying creature in front of Korg, starts turning to stone as soon as you hear that loud gong. Korg, can you please roll me a Constitution save? Korg, you see that as the Draconian in front of you is turning to stone, he's also emitting this like putrefying gas, and you breathe it in and you actually feel your muscles start tensing up, but you strength yourself through it. But something obviously when these things die gets released, which can lead to bad things. You don't know what it is yet because you made the save, but you don't want to be near them when they're dying, or at least you don't want to inhale that putrid gas that they release when they die.
Okay.
You're up. Or
Okay.
Rise, were you done?
Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
All right, Korg.
Okay, I will attack the one that is directly next to me.
Oh yeah, that hits. Damage.
I also will then use my bonus to do the polearm mastery bonus attack. When I make an attack, I can use a bonus action to make a melee attack against the opponent again.
Okay.
And this one, 13.
13, you just miss.
Okay.
It dings off of the scales on his forehead, and he looks at you and just gives you a big toothy grin.
Okay. And that is me.
Okay. Aloran.
So wander forward a bit.
Okay.
There. Then I'll look over and be like, that guy's scary. Let's try that again. And he'll point and he'll say some words, but they're different words this time. And Firebolt.
17 hits. And you'll notice for a big 5 damage, as you do the firebolt, Jake, the little moon globe that you carry, lights up. And Aloran, you feel something deep within, like a well of arcane power within you, kind of light up and invigorate you.
This feels nice.
All done?
Yep.
The Draconian dude is a little perturbed that magic actually got used against him, or arcane magic actually got used against him. Kosh, you're up.
Yeah, it is how we say, don't stop doing a good thing.
Oh yeah, that hits. Oh, you guys see a big arcane blast again hit the Draconian in the chest, and he kind of like tilters back a little bit, but you can tell that he is almost down as well. Anything else, Kosh?
Fucking blast him. That's that.
All right. The Draconian looks between Gorm and Korg, and he kind of, again, does that little shit-eating grin when he looks at Korg being unarmored, and he's going to take a multi-attack at you.
I think you mean Gorm.
Gorm, yep. Oops, I guess, well, that's nice that it tells me that. 1, 2. Does a 14 and a 6 hit?
14 does it on the dot.
14, 5 piercing damage as he thrusts his short sword into you.
Do you round down or up for?
You round up, I believe. You
Down
always
for
round.
players, up for everything else, isn't it?
Sorry,
Nah.
is it?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you just take 2?
Okay.
Stupid barbarians and their resistance. He looks at the both of you and he says something in a language neither of you understands, and then does a little chuckle. Gorm, you're up.
Let's try this again with advantage. 20 to
13?
hit.
Or advantage 20.
20, yep.
You hit.
And that is, I don't know if that actually does the, nope. So this is going to be
So 14 plus.
14 plus, roll a d8 here. Plus 1.
13,
15.
but it doesn't matter. He is ultra dead. You guys see that makeshift massive hammer that Gorm has just absolutely topple this Draconian in. But at the same time, Gorm, as your hammer is driving towards the ground with the Draconian in between you and the path, it suddenly stops because he turns to stone and emits this putrid gas. Can you, and actually you've already saved, Korg. Gorm, I need you to make a Constitution save. Dang, you feel your muscles tense up, but again, you kind of shake it out, and nothing happens. Both of the Draconians are dead. And that is the first encounter with Draconians. What do you guys do next? Woo woo!
That was terrifying.
Yeah, they're scary. You have never seen anything like these things before. They are images from nightmares.
I would walk up to the one that just died in front of me and turned to stone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd roll an Arcana to see is it magical why or what they turned to stone? You know, like, is this a spell or anything?
You look at this Draconian, and this one's more of like a pancake. It's kind of hard to tell.
That's a good point. So I'll move up to the one right here.
Okay, yeah, Arcana check.
Very good point. 12.
So you're not 100% sure, since it's happening right at the time of death. You're thinking that it might be almost biological.
Interesting. Okay.
So like a basilisk or something?
Like some sort of response to a trigger, the trigger being death.
Yeah.
I would definitely convey that to all parties.
Is it actually dead?
Though this one is for sure.
I don't think anything can live with that deformed of a head.
And does like everything around it turn to stone, like the grass around it?
So you'll notice that everything that gas touches does briefly get pretty rigid, but the two Draconians are stuck, petrified in their in like
The moment of death?
the moment of death.
I like that.
I like have heard of like anything like this before.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
There's nothing. Again, like this isn't even something that you would imagine.
No-
This is
nothing in memory.
odd. Yes.
Can I go see if anyone's alive?
And I'd flat out ask, has anyone heard or seen something like this before?
No.
As you're approaching, can you make a medicine and a history check for me?
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
History, you can see, obviously, from these dead knights' armor that these were knights of Solamnia. The problem is that you see huge, wide, gaping gashes throughout all of their armor, which makes it practically unusable at this point. But they do have those distinctive horned helmets that the Knights of Solamnia are very much known for. And your medicine check, even at an 8, reveals that they are absolutely all dead.
Nope, these guys are dead. They
I
were
will
totally knights, though.
inspect the cart to see, was it a caravan? Just why were these troops on the road?
It looks like these are actually, they were bringing in supplies for pies and other things for a big ceremony. And if you think about what the letter from Becklin said, Ispin wanted to have his funeral the day before the Kingfisher Festival. So you can assume that these knights were bringing in a ton of supplies for Vogler and their Kingfisher Festival. You do also find among the wreckage, Korg, 3 Solamnic longswords. Just very, very nice, well-crafted longswords.
I would say that I wish to spend some time and I would start digging graves for the soldiers here.
You absolutely can do that. There's 2 Solamnic knights, and you know part of the ritual is to be buried alongside their helmet and armor. Are you going to bury them with it?
Yes.
I would help
Me too.
as another knight of Solamnia.
So it's going to take you guys, honestly, a couple hours to get everything, set aside. Are you guys going to do any other type of like funeral rites or anything for the 2 knights?
I would just do the normal night, like the rites.
You'll notice too, Gorm and Korg, that they both have that symbol of the crown emblazoned on their armor, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So they were Knights of the Crown. Picking through the rest of like the wreckage and stuff from the caravan, you guys will find there's 8 days of food and water if you want to take it, and an additional 40 gold within the caravan to split between yourselves if you'd like to do that.
See.
So other than that, that's where we'll stop tonight. Solid 2 hours. We'll start the next session as you guys arrive to Vogler, and I need everybody to level up to level 2.
Oh wow, nice. We'd be power level in here.
I'm doing what is it called?
Milestone.
Checkmark leveling. Milestone leveling, yeah. Milestone leveling. So level 1's such a weird level in 5e.
Yeah.
You don't ever really like. It's not until level 3 that you actually feel like a character.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly right.
Shao, before we end, I'd like to go look at those enemy statues, and if there's anything of that I could chisel away to show like this is proof of this was other creature, not just a well done statue. Or if if their like weapon is a different style of weapon. Grab
You
one
do
of
have a
those.
hammer. You could try to. You could potentially maybe like hammer off one of their heads if you roll well enough,
Yeah.
and kind of
Oh,
carry
I'm a
that.
dwarf.
It's
I
almost
know
like
how
a
to use a hammer.
yeah. Just give me a quick like strength roll,
Just strength check. Oh, that's a strength save.
check, yeah, or strength save. That's fine.
Let's say like what's the difference? It's the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
You actually make a pretty clean smash, and just you can carry one of their 20-pound stone heads. Think that the ones you're gonna run in is this looks like carved stone. It looks like a piece of artwork.
I will take that with me. And if they have a weapon that's different style of weapon, like it looks foreign, like nothing I've ever seen before, then I'd grab that as well. But if it looks just like anything else, then meh.
It's almost like it's a very unique short sword, and it also turned to stone alongside the draconian.
Okay, I'll take that with too.
That's a lot of weight.
It's
Oh.
a weight. These are the chunky draconians. These things are pretty chunky.
Yeah. Alright, that's all I got.
All right, awesome. All right, session 1 done, boys.
Nice.
Thank you,
Love
Shaw,
it.
for running
Fun.
this.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, bros. I think is the next one. Next week is off, and then it's 2 weeks, right? Or 2 weeks from tonight.
2 weeks from tonight, I think. Yes,
The 14th.
Awesome.
because Chief and I are gone the 16th through the 23rd.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So 14th next session. Have those Ispin Greenshield stories ready for his funeral. But yeah, good
All
first
right,
sesh.
all right.
I gotta pee. So
All right.
So do I.
later, dudes.
Later.
Later, gents.